What's the deal, y'all? Rich Trapper tapping in, TNN Trap News Network, and we back in this thing, light cook cracking this thing, with another weekly wrap-up brought to you by Live Hip Hop Daily. If you ain't did so, hit that subscribe button, become part of this Rich Trapper Mafia, hit that notification bell at the top, hit all stay tapped in for the latest and the greatest of what we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. It's that good news you can use. It's that good knowledgeito you can't get in collegeito. And y'all wondering why I got this jacket on? Because it's cold outside. How cold outside is it? Jeff, so cold it's finna bring us into our first story. Now, you see this half of the state, like the right side of the state, I'm sorry, excuse me, the country. It's so cold, countries and states are hard. The right side of the country is 100% frozen, man. From Alabama to Atlanta, it's looking like it's a whole lot of flu, flammery, skullduggery, and larceny going on with Mother Nature, and she's not feeling this situation we got going on, and it's a huge cold front. So if you're in the Atlanta area, you in the Alabama area, it's cold. It's cold. Like, I don't even have nothing else to say about it. Like, I could tell you about the streets being closed. I can tell you about the schools being closed. I can tell you about people being at Piedmont Park, skiing and all that, whoopty bamming through the city and all that. I can tell you about all that. Or I could just get straight to the point and tell you it's colder than a hooker's heart out here in these southern streets, man. So if you in the South, Alabama, Atlanta, all that, where you experiencing this cold front, bundle the up. Can I say? I can say. I can say. Yeah, for sure. Now, taking it to the West Coast, exact opposite, man. Please pray, please pray, please pray for the city of Los Angeles. You're seeing this whole just catastrophe going on, the worst wildfire, the worst fires in Los Angeles history. You see it started off in the Palisades area that's now been completely destroyed. Then it's taken over to the Eaton Falls area, gone. Altadena, gone. Santa Monica, everything. It's crazy out there in the city of Los Angeles, and it's looking like it's going to continue to go for a few more days before they get everything contained. The Palisades fires at this point have been contained up to 8%, and they got the situations in Santa Monica pretty much handled, so they're not going to spread into South Central, going into Wilshire, going into the Crenshaw District and all that. But with all that being said, the people in the Valley, they still experiencing power outages, man. Sun Valley specifically was out of power for 2 days. They had a hard time. You had a lot of things going on in the Valley with animals and things like that being displaced and people being displaced. So with that being said, Los Angeles, please be kind to one another, show love to one another. If you need any information, here go a list of resources. So you go, list of resources. And you can check out the Trap News Network Instagram page, TRAPNEWSNETWORX. Follow the story. We will continue to give you resources like the Boys and Girls Club will be open if you are in the county of Los Angeles. All schools will be providing free lunch and free breakfast to the kids. Go up there, get you some. Don't be bougie. Get your ego out of it. Send them kids over there to go give them something to eat. You feel me? PacSun is giving out clothes. Make sure you hit up PacSun. Yes, the designer, the clothing brand PacSun. They giving out some clothes, and it's a whole list of others, man. There's a lot of people in the community doing a lot of great things. So with that being said, we send in our love, we send in our prayers to the city of Los Angeles as these fires continue to spread. Now, before we get out of here, I do want to say two things. It's looking like a lot of these fires have been started by just reckless individuals, reckless arsonists running around the city starting these fires, man. It's not really forest fiery. It's not Mother Nature wildfiery. It's humankind doing whatever they're doing. You feel me? Mankind doing whatever they're doing. And it's a lot of evil people out here causing a lot of evil situations. So with that being said, we're not going to sit here and pretend like, oh, it's just Mother Nature and blah, blah, blah. These things happen. No, these things don't happen. These things happen when people make these things happen. You feel me? And we're going to give a special shout out to the inmates in the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation, because those are the people who are actually fighting these fires on the front line. No disrespect to the paramedics, no disrespect to the firefighters. But if we're speaking in the actual factuals, the inmates within the California Departments of Corrections and Rehabilitation have this thing called Fire Camp. It's an alternative sentencing program that allows inmates to become firefighters at the, I guess, trade-off of reduced jail time, things like that, Jeff? Yeah, things like that. Now, don't let me lie, but they seem like they pay between like $4 and $12 a day to pretty much go out into these fires and put their life on the line. So with that being said, let's give a special shout out to those dudes, to the CDCR that are fighting these fires as far as fire camps and them inmates risking their lives, and it's always freedom dudes until they free. Jeff, let's keep it rolling to the next story. All right, man, for our next story, we got the gift that just keeps on giving. Meg Thee Stallion, who would have thought, still has a hair up her A-double-double for Tory Lanez. Meg Thee Stallion has since went into a judge and said that she needs a protective order against Tory Lanez because she feels like when he gets out of jail this time, he's going to pow her, and this time he's going to unalive her when he does pow her again. But to pow somebody again would mean that you had to pow somebody the first time, and don't none of us believe that this man powed her the first time. I'm just saying, Jeff, I know I'm here to give the news you can use and knowledge you can't get in college, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Put the words on the top. I'm just saying. You had to power the first time to power again. Now, she's saying that she fears for her life. She's saying that she fears for her safety, X, Y, and Z, blah, 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 blah. I don't think that Tory Lanez cares. I think that Tory Lanez is trying to get off this jail time. I think that Tory Lanez is trying to get back into these streets as he continues to give us great music from even within the California Departments of Corrections and Rehabilitation. Tory Lanez could have went to fire camp. Tory Lanez couldn't have went to fire camp. If you, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But I just think that this is overkill. I'm not sure why Meg Thee Stallion is continuously keeping 1 foot of Tory Lanez a double, but she is. We're going to keep y'all posted on this story as it continues to develop. We're going to just go on to the next one, Jeff. Let's go to the next story. Now, taking y'all to local news, Dejon Paul, from No Jumper to FMW, has quit another podcast. What you thought I wasn't going to talk about it, Jeff? We've been talking about it all week on Trap News Network. We got to talk about it. Dejon Paul, man, if y'all know the Dan LA rap report card, Dejon Paul, brother man right here, was on No Jumper, and he quit No Jumper after he alleged he got pow-powed in the thigh. Security guard was having a 1-2 step like Sierra in the parking lot, and allegedly the gun went off while in the building because he was cleaning the gun, and Dejon Paul got grazed in the leg. So he says. So he left from No Jumper, and he slid over there to back on Fig Community World. Shout out to AD, Duno, Smack, T-Rail, Pun. Shout out to the FMW, the whole cast, the whole crew. And he's not really feeling the jokey wokies, you know what I'm saying? Now, hold on, Jeff, we got some technology we got to get into real quick. Now, I normally wouldn't do this, but I need to read y'all this message from Dejon Paul, man. Normally I wouldn't do this. Hold on. We're going to time out real quick. Jeff, edit out. Put some cool little edit music right there. Okay, we're back. Now, Dejon Paul says, after 1,001 gay jokes, plus gay slurs being made about me on the platform, I'm going to have to step away from Fig Community World. The final straw which reassured my decision was to leave us being referred to by an ungodly. It's a whole dissertation. My bad for making y'all wait for that. I'm not finna read all that. It's too much. Dejon Paul's upset. He don't like it. Boom. There you go. Pause it. Read it. Dejon Paul is upset because he feels like he's being bashed for his sexuality over there on the Fig Community universe. However, you gotta understand, Dejon Paul was cool with the jokes when he was embracing the title.
The dark rainbow. Get the dark rainbow. Okay. Chill out with the dark rainbow. Chill out with the dark rainbow. I like a name for you, cuz.
Dark rainbow. Jeff, that's a real thing. I know that you're not aware of what's going on, Jeff, but dark rainbow is an actual thing. Yeah. I'll send you a soundbite, dark rainbow. It's a thing. There's an actual soundbite. I can't make this up. There is a dark rainbow soundbite. But with that being said, man, Dejon Paul said that he's no longer comfortable with being at FMW and he decides to quit. However, Dejon Paul forgot to mention the part where on his last episode of Fair to Say, he sat next to Hove, big shout out to Hove, and he said that, can we say it? We can say it. He pulls out a hot plate, a pot, and some baking soda, and he simulates whipping up that work in disrespect to Keem's, we're just going to leave that right there. If you know the story, you know the story. I don't want to really talk too much about that on a public one, but big shout out to Keem, big shout out to Dedicated. But he's disrespecting Keem's, fallen parents and all that by making these insinuations. It's kind of uncomfortable to talk about, but Dejon Paul may or may not have crossed the line. We'll just say that. So after that line was crossed, he then decides to quit FMW, and now he's pursuing his own passions and his own things over there at a day in LA with the rap report card, the LA rap report card. Now, we do wish Dejon a whole bunch of success, a whole bunch of well wishes, a whole bunch of great things as he's going on to his program and his platform. However, talking about King's people might have been going too far, big dog. I'm just saying. Jeff, let's go to the next story. Now, last week, we was telling y'all about how Joe Budden might have pumped it up in the wrong situation. However, it's looking like a judge has ruled in Joe Budden's favor because he is innocent on lewd conduct and perversion and all these little 1-2 steps like Sierra that they was trying to put on him when he was found walking butt naked in the hallway of his apartment trying to get into his neighbor's apartment. But he was sleepwalking. And the judge did prove that he was sleepwalking, and Joe Budden's lawyers and doctors were able to prove that Joe Budden does have a condition that does afford him crazy situations like this to be sleepwalking and for a judge to excuse the actions. However, the judge made it clear it better not happen again. So for everybody who's talking bad about Joe Budden, everybody who had jokes about Joe Budden, you got to give him his respect because the judge has in fact found him innocent. You feel me? And before we get up out of here, man, let me give y'all one more quick little take, man. I said I was going to give y'all this now. Lil WACK, you see me, man. From the newsroom to the trap house to the back house. You see me out here in these fly Jordan 3s, man. You see these good black cats, yeah, Lil WACK, trappers. Y'all see me, man, from the trap house to the back house, from the back house to the trap house. Lil WACK, I had to throw this rock at you on TNN Trap News Network. This week's shoe is the Jordan 3 Black Cat, man. Make sure y'all tap in with the tap in when you see me out here doing my thing in these Jordan 3s, man. Yeah, I got them today. They dropped today, and I got them today. You see me, man. You see me. Today's shoe of the week. Today's shoe of the week. But with that all being said, man, we up out of here to the next one. Y'all know the deal. Is Rich Trapper signing out. TNN Trap News Network giving y'all that weekly wrap-up brought to y'all by Live Hip Hop Daily. And we up out of here to the next one. It's Free Avenue Angel. Till he's free, we are gone.